cells. Well, this is a little bit better now. So couplet, again, observed tornado. This is right near Heartland. So again, Heartland, you want to be inside, away from windows. Bath, Ellendale, all involved in, included, I should say, in that polygon. Sarah, how fast was this one moving again? It's only moving at like 30 miles per hour.
I believe it was 30 miles per hour. Let me make sure that I have the right one.
We'll put a track on this to the end of the polygon here, all the way through Somerset. So Bath by 4:43, it's 4:35 at this hour. Ellendale at 4:53, and then Somerset by 5:07 by the top of the hour. So that is that cell that is moving east-northeast right now.
And then with that cell in Mitchell County, east of Osage, National Weather Service in La Crosse is getting spotter reports of a wall cloud east of Osage with a funnel cloud. Just a couple minutes ago, they're saying the funnel has dissipated, but the wall cloud is still rotating.
Right. Yeah, I think, that's not the cell that our chaser was looking at, but a lot of these will have lowering and will have some type of rotating wall cloud. So the way a tornado works is you have the wall cloud first, and then the funnel comes down from the wall cloud. So that's the starting, right, maybe step 3 process of forming a tornado is you have to have the rotating wall cloud that's lowering from the cloud deck. So this one will have that. That is east of Osage, right near Riceville, Stacyville to the north. No warning, but if you're tuning in from Mitchell County or you have family members in Mitchell County, make sure that they are aware that there is a rotating thunderstorm there. We could get something back down. So Mason City, no warnings. We'll keep an eye on near Belmont, though. There could be some rotation in this general vicinity, so south of Gardner, so this is south of Hancock County, so out of our viewing area, but that cell will be moving into Hancock, Cerro Gordo counties, and I wouldn't be surprised if Des Moines warns
I believe that
cell.
cell had a severe thunderstorm warning on it.
It did at
earlier.
It did at one point in time when I'm looking at velocity. It's not warned at the moment. But there is some embedded rotation with this cell, so we're kind of picking up some rotation from the south. So keep an eye on that as that cell, let's loop this and we'll put this in motion. Yeah, so it'll head right through this general vicinity, maybe towards about Mason City. It's not moving very fast. So most of these cells have only been moving at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. And that's why we issued the alert day to begin with, was for the threat of some of these training thunderstorms. This will be a good time to talk about it too. So training thunderstorms, they essentially play follow the leader. So notice these cells moving through Fillmore County. Then what happens? We have more cells right behind it tracking in the same direction. And that's how you get those excessive rainfall amounts, and that's why we kind of talked about it in just a general area. The big yellow area that we talked about last night, that was all of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, was because of the threat of some of these training thunderstorms that we'll see through the evening tonight. So they're already, especially for south of I-90, that's probably where we could end up with some type of flooding concern through the evening tonight as these thunderstorms continue to move to the east-northeast. So again, 2 different warnings that we have for Freeborn County and into Steele County. One of those is observed. Those
Looks like there's one now southern Rice County. I know that's out of our area, but it looks like that one might be
right. It'll move
maybe I missed that one.
Into Goodhue. So we do have another tornado warning. Let's just get the info on this one. So Rice County until 5 o'clock, and we still have another 20 minutes left of the Freeborn, Steele, and Waseca County. So 2 different warnings there. That doesn't include Faribault for the Rice County one. Give me the info, Sarah, if you can, on how fast that one's moving and the direction.
The one in Rice County is moving east at 25 miles per hour.
Wow, only at 25 miles per hour. Okay.
Yeah. It looks like that's what a lot of the cells have been moving at, anywhere
at.
from 25 to 30, 35 miles per hour, so a bit slower.
A pretty impressive couplet. So when we're talking about a couplet, we want to look for the reds and the greens right next to each other. That's a sign of rotation, so right in that general vicinity. So just north of Medford and just kind of splitting Medford and Faribault, we're going to go right in between in that general vicinity. So we'll adjust here our timing to just, you said 25 miles per hour, right, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. We will adjust that. And let's get that out all the way to where it impacts into, and they just updated it. So into Goodhue County, so by about 5:15, 5:20 towards Kenyon. If it continues to move about due east, right along 60 there. So that's another warning that we'll have to, because that's probably the best looking couplet in terms of.
Go back to the Heartland one.
Yeah,
National Weather Service spotters are confirming a tornado west of Heartland in Freeborn County. They're saying the storm looks like it has the potential to produce a longer-lived tornado signature than the previous storms, but it looks more organized now with this scan than it has in the past couple.
Yep. So they just updated it. So it's the couplet's east of Heartland now. So the couplet and they updated it, so still confirmed that it's on the ground. So we got that National Weather Service had that confirmed from spotters then?
Yes.
That it is on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. If any, can you turn your mic off real quick and go into the newsroom and tell them that we might need someone to head out at some point in time to keep an eye on scanners for Freeborn County and Heartland. So confirmed tornado on the ground near Heartland. That is moving to the east-northeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So with that confirmed, it's at 30? Okay. So with that confirmed, let's get a track on this, and then we'll eventually, hopefully, get a crew sent out there to make sure everyone's okay. So moving east-northeast at about 30 miles per hour, so Bath at 4:47. Time right there, that's real time, 4:42. Ellendale by 4:57. We're into River Point by 5:06. So getting into, say, Steele County probably by the top of the hour. So still, you got 5 minutes in Bath. Again, take this seriously. This is a confirmed tornado from law enforcement and now storm spotters that it is on the ground. The National Weather Service concerned that we could see maybe a long tracked tornado with that one. So that's one cell. We do have that pretty good signature that is north of Steele County. So that's in Rice County, just north of Owatonna. We have that signature along there too. So a couple different tornado warnings that we're keeping an eye on. No other tornado warnings that we have currently other than those three. Nothing warned in terms of severe thunderstorm warnings and nothing warned in Fillmore County, just some heavy rainfall along with moving from Mitchell towards Howard County. We still have thunderstorm activity west of 35 or west of 52. So this is towards Mower, Freeborn counties, and then getting into Worth County there. And eventually now the far southwestern corner of Cerro Gordo County, that line of thunderstorms continues to move there. I just want to put this in motion too and just try to see. A lot of these cells will probably end up, if you are tuning in, Midwest Access with the severe thunderstorms and the tornado warnings. We've been doing wall-to-wall coverage this evening. That'll continue as long as we have warnings in play. So hopefully we can get everything to settle down here and we'll have your news at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. These thunderstorms continue to move to the east-northeast here, not very fast, and that's allowing some really heavy rainfall to happen here. Were you able to tell them then in the newsroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, they're going to have a crew on standby, and then I think once the severe threat is cleared,
head out there.
Head out
Okay,
when it's
perfect.
safe. Zach is wondering if we can, when we like in Heartland in this case, how far in on our street view can we get?
Sounds good. let's go back to velocity then, and we'll try to get in. So we're looking right near Bath at this point in time. And Sarah, you'll have to help me read some of these street names here since I can't see them at the wall. So
Absolutely.
325th Street, so just east of Bath. So we're still looking at Freeborn County, getting close there to the county line between Freeborn and Steele and kind of that corner of Waseca. So right near Bath, this is 325th Street. That is what, southwest 160 something, 168? Look at the screen behind you.
Oh.
It's way bigger.
Oh, yeah, it is way
there you
better.
go.
Yes, 168th Street.
Okay. All right, so 168th Street and then 325th Street is where we're looking at for that rotation right near Bath. And then eventually that'll move into Ellendale. And again, it's somewhat broad, but the rotation right in that vicinity. So Bath, and then it'll eventually head right towards Ellendale. So we'll put another track on this. So into it's already impacting Bath, so 446, and they just tweaked the polygon there too. Ellendale in the next 10 minutes. So you still have plenty of time, giving you plenty of lead time to get in the basement and head to shelter towards Ellendale and Summit. So that is the one that we have confirmed. We still have right near Alden. And this is, so just west of Albert Lee is where we have that other warning at. Can you just give me some times on some of these, Sarah?
Yeah. So the warning with Steele and Freeborn County, that will go until 5 o'clock. They did cut out the corner of Waseca County that was in there. And the storm for just Freeborn County, that will go until 5 o'clock as well. So both of them are till the top of the hour.
Okay. They did just.
And the one for Rice County also goes until 5 o'clock.
They just canceled that one for Western Freeborn.
Okay.
At least it's off our system. So
Okay.
Rice County until 5, and then Freeborn and Steele until 5. So hopefully we can not have any warnings for the top of the hour. And then we should be able to have your news at 5 set to go. So let's check in on the velocity. Just want to make sure we don't have any spin ups here in a couple of these different cells. And you can even see the one that's still east of Osage.
Yes, National Weather Service doing a special weather statement for that strong thunderstorm in eastern Mitchell County.
Okay.
It's expected to move into northern Howard County. They have this through about 5:45. They're saying brief tornadoes could occur and wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour.
30 to, yeah, velocity.
Yeah.
Radar had it at about 30 to 50 miles per hour
Yeah.
for some of these wind gusts. So right near Riceville, no warning, but it is a rotating thunderstorm. So it could produce a tornado. The good news is it doesn't look like we have any specific area with the Fillmore County cells that would show any type of rotation. I do want to check in on some of the wind gusts here and just try to pinpoint a couple different areas. So 50 mile per hour gusts, that is just north of Harmony. So still 50 mile per hour wind is still, I mean, fairly strong, just not severe weather criteria. So wind, an issue, and you'll have that with some of these cells. Again, the leading edge of these cells, even though it's kind of moving to the east-northeast here. But some wind gusts there. So we still have the confirmed tornado that is moving into Steele County.
Let's check in on Dodge County too. National Weather Service spotters are reporting a funnel cloud in far southwestern Dodge County.
So right near Blooming Prairie.
Yes. Our contacts with Olmsted County law enforcement is that Dodge County is reporting a non-ground contact funnel. So likely they're seeing a funnel cloud out of that one.
Right. Yeah, and I think that I think we might just be in that type of environment that any of these cells that do develop will be able to produce some type of funnel. Now, whether it's strong enough to make it down to the ground, this one has been, so still just west of Ellendale. We do have that confirmed tornado that's potentially on the ground. Let's just make sure. Okay. So I don't see anything too significant on correlation coefficient. So this would take into consideration anything that's getting thrown into the atmosphere that radar would pick up on. Now, there could be maybe some debris in this general vicinity to then give us a real good idea radar-wise, since I don't have eyes out there, that there would be something on the ground. Typically, you would want that then to match up with velocity, and it's pretty close. So I would say that just looking at CC and then looking at velocity, that, yeah, I would agree with law enforcement and those storm spotters just looking at all the tools that I have here, that, yeah, we definitely have a tornado on the ground moving into Ellendale. So let's get closer here. I don't have a ton of streets towards Ellendale to look at, but so we're right at 340th Street and just south of Ellendale and just south of Minnesota 30. So the rotation heading right towards Ellendale. You'll want to head to shelter in Ellendale, and then all areas. They did just update that too, right?
Yes. Looks like they're cutting off some of that back end part.
Yeah, so towards Bath, it's past. Now the rotation is moving into Steele County. So right along Minnesota 30, I believe that is.
Yes.
So we still have a confirmed tornado, so this is now in Steele County. So it's going, here's the county line there between Freeborn and Steele County.
So they're saying it's located over Ellendale.
Yes. Yeah, the rotation's about, it's a couple minutes. It might be even a minute behind sometimes.
And this one is moving northeast at 30 miles per hour.
Okay, let's get a track on just where the rotation's at. Because this one's been pretty strong and it has been consistent. So Ellendale, you want to be in shelter. We'll just get this all the way out to the next county. So Ellendale, in shelter now. Summit by about the top of the hour, 5:05, 5:07, so you have about 10 minutes left. And then near Church by 5:10, and Bixby by 5:15. So that is our one warned cell. We don't have any other warnings, right, Sarah?
No, just those two. That one moving from Freeborn into Steele County, and then the one just to our northwestern corner there into Rice County.
Yeah, they just updated that one. So we'll see if that one holds together enough to get into Goodhue County, and then we'd have two different tornadoes to potentially worry about. So
and it sounds like there might be some damage reports from the Heartland area, damage to a barn shed at a farm residence.
okay.
So that will be something we can pass along to the newsroom when we're able to send a crew out when it's safe.
I do think through our window for any type of severe weather is probably until 7 tonight, with just how everything's kind of playing out and how some of these cells that are already kind of becoming more linear in terms of their structure. So specifically just looking at the one that was real strong through Mower and then Freeborn County, or Fillmore County, I should say. So Mower, Fillmore County, it's a little bit more broad now. It's not that discrete supercell. This one's still that discrete supercell that's impacting Steele counties. No warnings on the backside here that we need to be worried about yet. With that approaching line, put that in motion here. So again, that east-northeasterly flow, and I would say these are somewhat weakening too. And when I say these, I'm talking about this line here of thunderstorms that are just south there of Highway 18 in northern Iowa. So you did say that we had at least one damage report?
Yes, out of the Heartland area. 2 miles northeast of Heartland.
Okay, let's see if it populated on our alerts or not. Try to get some info on some of these here. Yeah, it's just a law enforcement one at 4:45. Okay, so we'll have a team that'll go out, Heartland, make sure everyone's okay there, and hopefully we don't have a ton of damage. So we still have that confirmed tornado that's in southern Steele County. And then everything else right now is just your run-of-the-mill tornadoes, or run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, with some broad rotation, which is how much shear that we do have in the atmosphere. I'll just take that. Thank you. So your news at 5 will be coming up. We'll hopefully be able to get to the newscast here as long as we don't have any warnings. Okay, will do. Thanks, Tim. So just trying to, okay, so they issued another tornado warning, but it is not observed. So they issued a radar indicated one that gets into the far eastern half there of Steele County. So that is an extension of the observed tornado that we have in Ellendale, and then they issued another one. So the Weather Service must be thinking that at least the couplet, or they don't have a visual on it. But it would still be right along Minnesota 30. It does seem like it's going a little bit more just east here. So Summit is included, and the polygon butts right up to Blooming Prairie. So again, Sarah, what the new one, what is that in effect until?
This one will be in effect until 5:30, and it is moving east at 25 miles per hour.
Yeah, so it's moving due east now. So it's going to run right along Minnesota 30.
We'll have to see if National Weather Service in La Crosse decides
to keep it,
extend that into Dodge County.
So you said it's moving at 25 now?
Yes.
All right, we'll put a track on that and get it into the next county. So moving due east right along Minnesota 30. So into Blooming Prairie by about 5:20. So you have a good 20-25 minute lead time, and then Westfield by 5:30. So again, moving very slow at just 25 miles per hour. These storms are not moving at a real fast clip right now. I just want to kind of scroll around. There's still some rotation right near Leroy again. Let's see if that matches up with reflectivity. Okay, it does. So there is some broad rotation right near Leroy once again, Minnesota 56, Highway 63 near Beaver. So we'll keep an eye on that portion of the cell too. There's some very broad rotation. There's some rotation right near Riceville. Again, none of this is warned, but what's probably happening is we do have some type of lowering. Go ahead, Sarah.
They did extend the tornado warning into Goodhue County.
Okay. Is that confirmed now too?
This one is
confirmed.
weather spotters are reporting a funnel cloud with this one.
Okay, so
Located 6 miles east of Faribault, moving east at 20 miles per hour.
Yep, so this includes the far eastern half there of Goodhue County. It is confirmed, so it's right near Walcott, Richland, Wheeling, and then Kenyon involved in that polygon, so included in that. So Kenyon, right along Minnesota 56 and Minnesota 60 is where that rotation is at. So just north of Richland, right near that 60 sign is where we have that rotation at. Sarah, you said moving at
20 miles per hour.
East, northeast, or just east?
Moving east.
Okay. So we'll get a track on that. That's not what I wanted. So getting that into Goodhue County, so impacting Kenyon by 5:20. So still have 20 minutes of lead time with another confirmed tornado. So again, when our polygons change colors, so the polygon is that warning that you see there, that outline. When that changes from red to pink, that means to us, okay, well, we have that confirmed, that we have something reaching from the cloud level potentially down to the ground. So we have a confirmed tornado near Kenyon, not confirmed now. So notice the difference of the polygon here. So not confirmed with the cell that is just east now of Ellendale. This is right along Minnesota 30, just west of Blooming Prairie. So this one, what time does that warning go until, Sarah?
The one for Steele County goes until 5:30.
Okay, so till the bottom of the half hour.
And this one is located near Geneva, so 14 miles south of Owatonna, moving east at 25 miles per hour.
You had said that a couple of the cells in Dodge County, right, that people were that some spotters.
Yes, and that was the one that was by Blooming Prairie. So I would say closer to Hayfield now, probably at this point.
Right, the cell that's right near Hayfield.
Yep.
Again, some weak rotation. We've been talking about it for the last hour and a half. That any of these discrete cells, because of how much shear we have in the atmosphere, will be able to potentially develop some type of tornado. So still, and so dating back to yesterday when we talked about the heavy rainfall, not everyone would see that 2 to 4 inches of rain. What's happening though is, so we've been on air since about 3:40, 3:45, and through the last hour, I feel like this cell in Fillmore County has not moved. So a lot of rainfall. I want to look at, if I can try to find it here, some of the rainfall rates that we might potentially see. We'll see if this loads, but I would assume that some of these rainfall rates, I'm sure are really, really heavy. So this is just radar estimated, and this is with that cell that is right over Fillmore County, which a couple of these spots, Sarah, just Monday, right, got 2-3 inches of rainfall?
Yeah, we had reports across parts of the area that we're looking at 1.5 inches, even upwards of 2+ inches. Right.
So if I just radar estimated, this is over 1.5 inches per hour. Is Derek in here?
I believe so.
So
yes. Derek is in here.
Just have him look at our weather photo community group and see if anyone has posted any type of rainfall totals, or if you have a rainfall total that you're watching from in Fillmore County or from Preston, Lanesboro, up near Rushford. I just want to know how much rain is falling in real time, because radar estimated, I mean, 1.5 inches to 2 inches per hour is a lot of rain, and these cells are not moving. Let's go back, make sure velocity-wise. So we still have the 2 different warnings. I wouldn't be surprised. This one's set to expire at 5:30.
Yes.
And then what about the one for Goodhue County?
At 5:30 as well.
5:30 as well. Let's.
And an update from National Weather Service in La Crosse. The main areas that they're watching is the storm in Steele County heading into Dodge County, and then western Howard County. They are saying that the atmosphere remains conducive for damaging wind gusts and tornadoes.
Okay. All right, so this is the one right near Riceville, Saratoga. Okay, so no warning there for that one in western Howard County. But we still do have some pretty good rotation with the cell that is moving into western Goodhue. So right along Minnesota 60, just west of Kenyon. is where we have the rotation at. That was moving due east, impacting Kenyon at last checked at about 5:15 to 5:20. So head to shelter if you're in Kenyon. Even if you're farther downstream, Wanamingo, head to shelter. Just make sure that if that does hold together, that you're not outside or anything like that. Otherwise, go ahead, Caitlin. Do you have something for us?
We do have a quick update for you folks here in Rochester. Are they picking up my mic in there?
We are not. How about now?
How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing?
Still don't hear you.
Check back in with you in a second.
Okay, we'll check in with Caitlin here in a second when we get our mic situation figured out. So in terms of Rochester, we are dry at this point in time. Looking farther south, though, if you were to just look south, you could probably see all the flashes of lightning with some of these cells that are just moving into the far southern tip there of Minnesota. So nothing severe in at least the close viewing area. Dodge County, we're still keeping an eye on that cell that is in Steele County, moving into the far western half there of Dodge County. So just west of Blooming Prairie. I want to get velocity on that because I do see. Caitlin, do we want to come to you at any point in time?
Yeah, I'd love whenever they can get my mic going.
Whenever you guys, just let me know whenever you have Caitlin's mic ready and we'll send it over. Okay, Caitlin, send it to you.
All right, Nick, sorry to take just a quick moment away from the wall there, because I know you are pressing or following some breaking matters in other parts of our viewing area, but there is an update for Rochester we want to share. A traffic update to tell everyone about. The city of Rochester planning a temporary closure along the construction areas of Broadway Avenue North due to the risk of flooding. So this is the area we're talking about here. The city saying barricades are going to close Broadway Avenue North between 14th Street and Elton Hills Drive at around 7 tonight. The city is going to put up detour signs to direct you around that area. Again, that area is quite kind of torn up right now due to ongoing construction. The city is concerned about flooding in that area. And Rochester anticipates North Broadway should reopen in its current modified form for that construction around 5 a.m. tomorrow. They're planning on 5 tomorrow, but again, this is all kind of up in the air depending on what kind of weather we see tonight. By the way, the city says traffic is supposed to shift to the newly paved roadway this upcoming Saturday. So again, a really continuous situation happening there. Lots to monitor in North Rochester. But for now, we do have that active system, that active warning that Nick and Sarah are tracking. So let's send it back to them.
All right, thanks, Caitlin. I did just get a viewer response. Thanks from Brian reaching out. So rainfall totals in Fillmore County, he had 3.5 inches for the afternoon in Fillmore County. So that's right near Spring Valley. So these what we call HP, so supercells, high precipitation supercells is what we have. We do have a crew that is going to head towards that cell, and we have a severe thunderstorm warning we'll get to in a second for Steele County too. We do have a crew that is heading north there on 52 to potentially intercept that cell that we have moving into Goodhue County. Sarah, what's the information on that severe thunderstorm warning in Steele County?
Severe thunderstorm warning will be in effect until 5:45. A severe thunderstorm located near Waseca, so about 10 miles west of Owatonna, and it's moving east at 25 miles per hour. The main hazard is 60 mile per hour winds, not any indication of hail. They do have a tornado possible tag with this one, though.
Oh, wow, a tornado possible tag. Okay. So, yeah, the one thing that we've seen tonight is that none of these cells are necessarily producing hail, so that's always a good thing when you can get one of the threats out. Go ahead, Sarah.
Okay, this is coming in from our contact with Olmsted County law enforcement. They're saying that Dodge County spotters are reporting a touchdown in that southwest Dodge County area. So they're saying just west of Dodge Center, a observed tornado. They're saying confirmed. I'm using observed.
Observed, right.
County Road 34 and 160th Avenue.
Okay. Well, let's go to velocity. So pretty broad over Dodge Center, but they're getting confirmation from a spotter, I assume then?
Yes.
Is there anything, any which way that you would like me to zoom in on this?
It says just west of Dodge Center, so I'm thinking, let's see here,
I'm trying to look. I
100.
see.
180th, so I would say maybe somewhere in this direction here is my
So
guess.
yeah, probably right in this.
Wait,
right
160th is over a little bit further west. Yeah, 160th Ave, 300 and, wait, County Road 34. Hold on, I think I got backwards here just a second.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You said 100.
County Road 34 and then 160th Avenue. So we found 160th Avenue.
So 160th Avenue is right here.
Yep.
And then Highway 14. So it's probably a little farther east, so we're probably looking at closer towards Highway 14 and then maybe County Highway 34.
It would be Old Highway 14. So County Road
Okay.
34.
Yeah, that's probably about right. They do have an observed tornado warning now on that.
Okay.
So observed tornado warning now from the National Weather Service. So we just had that in real time before the warning was even issued with our contacts, the emergency managers in Olmsted County, right? That's where that came from?
Yes.
So a big thanks to our partners there with the EMS in Olmsted County. So confirmed tornado now from Storm Spotter right near Dodge County, Dodge Center. They did say that was making contact with the ground?
Yes, they did confirm it on the ground.
Okay. Okay, so we have two confirmed tornadoes, one in Dodge Center, and that is real close to Dodge Center. Sarah, is there any way, did you get that mouse to work over there?
No, I have not. I think
Okay.
I have to,
Go flip the button back there.
yeah.
So we have one in Dodge Center. We'll try to get the exact location on this here, but it is just, so here's Dodge Center. It's just west of Dodge Center. And Sarah was talking about the old Highway 14 route is where that rotation would be at.
Okay, looks like I got the mouse to work again.
Caitlin, could you text Zach and tell him to have Derek watch the Dodge Center one? Yes. Thank you. So I would rather send Derek to the cell that's in Dodge Center. That's a little closer than Goodhue. So two different confirmed tornadoes, one still right near Kenyon, and then we did have that confirmation from the emergency managers in Olmsted County.
It looks like that rotation, sorry to
No, you're fine.
bump here.
Go ahead.
But the cell moving into Goodhue County, it looks like that's right about ready to cross the line, the county line. So if that's the case, just on the western edge of Kenyon.
Yeah, it looks like, and I don't have a street level view here, but Kenyon, and then the rotation, there's 246, and then Minnesota 56.
I would say probably about Lamb Avenue off of Highway 60.
Okay,
My
Lamb
guess.
Avenue.
Lamb Avenue, that's my guess.
Okay, perfect. I will trust you with the knowledge there near Kenyon. So there's the rotation. There's 246 and there's 56. That is moving. It was moving due east. Again, that was a confirmed. That is still a confirmed warning. And then we have the confirmed warning in Dodge Center. You did say that he's going to the Dodge Center one? Yes. Perfect. So we'll have one of our meteorologists.
Reports of that one in Dodge Center, near Dodge Center, has lifted. Coming from Olmsted County.
And I think that's what, I think we're past the peak time for maybe some of these long-lived ones. We'll see if I'm right or not with that. Because I talked about it, we had a very short window until maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock for the shear to be at its peak for the rotation with some of these cells. Some strong wind heading into Steele County. So this is a warned cell. So if severe thunderstorm warning just west of I-35 for Owatonna, and there is some strong wind associated with that. I can get a reading potentially on just how strong some of this wind is. And again, it's radar estimated, so sometimes it's a little off. It is stronger than 30 miles per hour. Just trying to see if we can't click on the right thing here to get an estimate. We're getting 30 miles per hour. I think it's probably stronger than that. I know it was warned for 60, so we'll see if we get any word from any type of weather sensor that's out there in western Steele County. So 3 different warnings. We have the 2 confirmed tornado warnings, although the one in Dodge Center has lifted. We have the other farther north one near Kenyon, that in effect until 5:30. Was the one in Dodge Center in effect until 5:30?
Let me grab that one here, just a second.
Okay, and then a severe thunderstorm warning for Steele County.
5:45.
Okay, 5:45. But we did get word from emergency managers, Olmsted County, that at least from their spotter, that one has lifted.
Yes. And this one is moving south, excuse me. This is moving east at 35 miles per hour if we wanted to track
Which one?
that out. The Dodge County one, yes.
The Dodge County one?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there's just a couple different cells in Dodge County that could have some rotation. It's very broad right now. So there's not any specific area that we would see on velocity that would give me a good idea of where some type of couplet would potentially be at. It's kind of right along 14. There could be maybe a wall cloud right along 14. This is just west of Byron. So eventually, I guess that they did draw the polygon all the way into Olmsted County.
Yes, so it does include Byron. So that would probably
Actually, I think there's some decent. I think it's right along 14 here, just west of Byron. I think that's where. So Casson. I think it's just northwest of Casson. If we have any type of rotating wall cloud, I'm trying to think if we have any cameras that I can go to see if I can get a good view of that.
National Weather Service out of La Crosse is saying they've had 2 reports of a tornado in progress in Dodge County, which is why they issued that tornado warning. Since it's lifted and based on the storm's history in Steele County, they're going to maintain that warning, that tornado warning for central Dodge County and western Olmsted.
And western
County.
Olmsted.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you're in western Olmsted, yeah, I'd seek shelter. Byron, I'd seek shelter just because this cell has had the history of producing at least producing a tornado that has reached the ground. So that is just west of Byron. We're down into a street level view here. So here's Casson, there's Highway 14, there's County Highway 34. So we're looking in that general vicinity, and that is just west there of Byron. So the best spot would probably be right around this region. So not very far away from Byron. Seek shelter. If you're in Byron, yeah, go ahead and take that for me. So that is 4 miles south of New Richland. Oh, that's a good photo there. Okay, thanks, Wendy, for sending that in. So that was 4 miles just southwest of New Richland. Looks like they did. What's the latest on that one in Goodhue County? So it looks like they took the warning off there. I'll let you get your mic back on. They did allow the warning. Did they cancel it?
Yes, they did cancel it. The storm that prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado. I did see something in chat here from one of our local spotters out of the Kenyon area. They've received reports of a rotating wall cloud just west of Kenyon within the last few minutes. Radar suggests it's now north of kind of the downtown central Kenyon area. So that's what I've seen so far.
Can we pop up that photo of the New Richland one? Just real quick for me, Mitchell, whenever we get a chance. So this was the New Richland one. And Mitchell, you can get in my ear for a second. When did this photo end up coming in? Do you know? Okay, so that came in about 5:13. That would have been, let me back this up. So I believe, flip back over to Max for me. I'm trying to think of, because we did have a cell that moved through New Richland. Right, so do you, Sarah, is that the same cell then that's producing the warning right now in Dodge County?
I believe the one that came from, that's now in Dodge County, I believe that one would have been south of New Richland in northern Freeborn County.
We've just had so many warnings, I can't keep them straight here.
I would say if it was on the, where did they say that this photo was taken?
It was in New Richland.
In New Richland? I would say if it was central or northern, I would say it would have to be one of our earlier warnings.
It's this one right here. So it's,
okay.
I found it. It's this cell right here. So it's the one that went through Heartland, and then eventually it heads into Dodge County.
Okay.
So that's a pretty, I mean, that tornado's on the ground there, so I'm sure there's definitely, hopefully there's not a lot of damage in the Freeborn County area. Fingers crossed that we don't have a ton of damage there.
And I am sending one of our crews towards the Heartland area.
Okay, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning.
Yep, I was just going to let you know that we have this new severe thunderstorm warning for Fillmore and Houston County.
Yeah, so Fillmore, Houston County, until 6 o'clock, so until the top of the hour. Time right now is 5:25, and you are watching KTTC News at 5. We've had weather coverage since about 3:45 with how dynamic our atmosphere is this afternoon and evening. We've been wall-to-wall coverage on this first alert day here that KTTC issued on Monday for today and tomorrow for the threat of some heavy rainfall and the strong thunderstorms that we have at this point in time. So the forecast has been on track pretty much all day long with the rainfall timing and now the strong thunderstorms. We have that severe thunderstorm warning issued in eastern Fillmore and then getting into Houston County. That does include for our cities, Caledonia is in that, and it does look like 60-mile-per-hour wind and then hail 3.25 for that hail size. So these cells not major hail producers, but we are at least producing some strong wind with that one. They did take the tag away of confirmed with this tornado warning that we have in Dodge County and western Olmsted. So I'll try to get, velocity is really cluttered. I'm trying to pinpoint where we would see some type of rotation at. Someone in the control room, can we point the Signal Hill camera? Can we just point that down to the southwest, and then just let me know if you can just pop that up in the BAM? That'd be perfect. So, if we have video of the Dodge Center one, let me know. Okay, yeah, there it is. A quick video, but thanks for Kathy for sending that in. Leah, if you're in the control room too, just let me know. I'm getting some Facebook notifications that people are posting in our, okay, the weather photo community.
What about that spot just north of Manorville there on 57?
Yeah, there's some rotation there. I'm trying to watch. I got a video on. Yeah, I mean that cell could definitely produce a quick spin up.
It looks like we now have a tornado warning for Fillmore and Houston counties.
They issue one.
Yes.
An observed one.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Okay, well, wow, Sarah. I'm gonna try to get this face. Let's pop her up full screen, And Sarah, run us through this warning here and then track it out for me. I'm going to try to get this video uploaded.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is our new tornado warning for Fillmore into Houston County. This will be in effect until the top of the hour at 6 o'clock. This storm located 9 miles northwest of Spring Grove, or about 12 miles west of Caledonia, moving east at 15 miles per hour. So radar confirmed tornado, and as you can see here, a very pronounced couplet here. Very strong reds, very strong greens, very close together. So I'll zoom in here a little bit closer. Honestly, like crossing the Fillmore to Houston County line there. So around Arrow Road, just to the east of Choice, Yucatan. If you are in Yucatan, you need to be heading to your safe place right now. Folks towards Houston, you have just a few minutes here to head that way. Sheldon, head to your safe place as well. But again, if you are in the Yucatan area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately.